The thigh prompts are strapped to the user's leg and swing freely in stride. They prevent scissoring and straighten the legs to keep the body from twisting during walking motion.
Miss Pam went to get those M&Ms. Good job walking.
Like the other prompts, they can be moved along the top frame. For most users, they should be placed behind the chest prompt with the clamp on the outside. Medial, lateral, and height adjustments can be made with these two knobs.
Anthony tends to exhibit a lot of scissoring when he's ambulating, especially when he's not focused. So when we put the thigh prompts on him, and we're able to take that control away from him and not let him have to think about that, and he was more focused on what was in front of him and how to move his legs instead of catching his heels behind his own feet from the scissoring.
A common problem when learning to walk is scissoring. The pacer's ankle prompts help prevent this. To install the ankle prompts, simply insert the rod like this. Push, pull, and let go. For some, these ankle prompts are all they need to help them to mobilize well, but others benefit even more when you can adjust their stride length. The Riften Pacer allows you to do this very easily with these simple spring clamps. Just give them a squeeze and move them where needed. Straps should be secure, but not tight.
Put down. Now we're going to go walking.
You won't find pacer casters anywhere else. Designed to help the user and the caregiver, they feature variable drag, swivel lock, directional lock, and brakes. Let's take a closer look at how they work. For stronger users, or those who tend to start quickly, the drag function applies resistance to the caster. This will help guide a user who veers to one side during gait. Added resistance can also promote strengthening. Choose the desired level of resistance by simply rotating the dial from the rabbit to the turtle. The disc that applies the friction is made from the same material used in car brakes. For users who need help controlling the pacer, this front lever can be pushed down to prevent the caster from swiveling. To engage the swivel lock, line up the lever with one of the two notches and depress the lever into the notch. Lock the two rear casters to eliminate slipping sideways while walking. Each caster can be set so that its wheels turn only in one direction. To activate this feature, push this lever to the upper position. While moving forward, the wheel will make a slight clicking sound and lock when attempting to roll backward. This feature is helpful for users who involuntarily roll backward while trying to walk. The brakes are a must for transferring. The large lever makes it easy to operate with your foot. Release the brake by depressing the top part of the pedal. The brake itself is made of stainless steel, so it will never rust or wear. Each caster has a brake. All this in a tough, fiber-reinforced plastic shell that keeps out dirt and strings. The new casters are retrofittable to old pacers. You may order a set of 4 casters to replace older wheels.
This, to us, is the first step of the rest of Sean's life. We're giving him the ability to walk again. It's the Riften Pacer Gait Trainer. And Dr. McCain, in all her experience, said that this is the one device that can lead him to walking again.
It's a device that's perfect for patients like Sean because it has a lot of support, but then you can also sort of peel away the support as he gets better. It has a chest prompt, so it gives him support at his chest. It has arm supports, it has thigh supports, so it can give him all the stability that he needs, but as he gets better, I can take some of that stability away because he has the ability to move his legs, but he doesn't have the stability in his trunk and in his neck and in his upper body to be able to propel himself over ground by himself. But he needs to be able to walk a lot to be able to learn the skill. He can't do it coming to therapy twice a week for an hour. So he has to be able to walk outside of therapy, and this device will let him do that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Bring this one back to me.
Yeah, move your leg back here, big guy. Bring this leg back. Bring your right leg back. There you go, perfect. Now stand up really straight. So
Bring this
whatever
one, too.
position you really like, then you need to tighten this baby down. Limping. Feel okay? What we're trying to do with Sean is to get him to relearn how to control his own movements. When we first started working with Sean, we had him on the treadmill so that he could repattern just the basic leg movements, so that he could remember sort of how to reciprocally step one foot after the other, and now he can really do that. We don't have to move his legs for him at all. But what now he's having a hard time with is learning where to put his body in space so that he can shift his own weight and learn to propel his own body. So that's really sort of where we are now. He has limitations in his body. He's tight in some places and stiff, and it's different than before his injury. So now he has to learn how to move his body with those limitations. So the Gait Trainer is a great tool because it gives him stability while he learns to move in his new body, so to speak, because he really hasn't had the chance to do that since his brain injury. Don't pick up that other one until you feel all the weight on this foot. That's it. Now move it. He's come a long way. A long way. I think the future is great for Sean.
He's really progressing quickly, especially since he's been sitting in his chair for over 4 years.